Hello, welcome. We are playing Last Reunion CHATROOM, if I got it right. Not quite sure, but yeah, so let's begin. I don't really know much about this game. Just saw on Steam, I was like, you know what, let's play it. So let's begin, shall we? Hello. This is just an editor's note and a disclaimer. Just letting you know that this game contains some gruesome stuff. So if you don't want to watch, go ahead and skip this video. But if you are keen to watch the video, continue on ahead and you'll see some reactions of mine and everything like that. So stay tuned. Okay, I warned ya. Okay, tutorial. So press space to advance the story. Tap the grey pre-written text into the chat box if Amy is responding and press the send button or enter it. Send it. Alternating, you can press the double arrow button and autofill text. Okay, most likely will forget that, but This game features traditional violence, gore, and animal cruelty. Please better experience. Oh god. Sometimes I wonder why they keep the convenience store open that long. Amy. Okay. Just like last night and the night before, barely any customers came. Whatever, as long as I get paid. Looks like it started raining when I got home, but I was lucky. Guess I was lucky. So I've got full chat, email, and it's 2:14 in the morning. Jeez Louise. Would you be in bed? I mean, I would be in bed. Just saying. Couldn't open the window and let fresh air in without getting my laptop wet though. So, alright, how should I kill time again tonight? The big disadvantage of being awake when everyone else was asleep was that I had no one to chat with after getting home. Sometimes I play random games I'd find on the internet or watch some movies. Unproductive stuff. Me. Totally what I would do. Which is probably a bad habit considering I still hadn't figured out what direction to take my life in. Let me put on some music first. This is the perfect soundtrack for a chill, rainy night. I really like the music, actually, don't get me wrong, because it's like actually really nice. An email? I barely ever get emails. The store manager usually contacts me via SMS and my friends via full chat. It's an email by Blesh Marktree. I haven't heard of that name in forever. Blaise is an old classmate of mine. He was the smartest in our grade. No, probably the whole school. He also generally kept people at arm's length. I barely knew anything about him, but because of that. Why is he sending me an email? Dear Amy Waterfield, my name is Blaise Marktree. You might remember me from our shared time at school. Recently, a couple of past classmates and I decided that it would be great idea to catch up with everyone. This might serve as a great opportunity to reforge connections and to learn more about the paths everyone has taken. Ideally, this could be result in an in-person reunion in the future. I linked an invitation to a group chat that we created and invited all classmates below. Note that you need to install a free piece of chat software called Full Chat to participate. Don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Yours sincerely, Blaise Marktree. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, but you know what? I'm saying it how I want to say because... Anyway, so this email was oddly formal for an invitation to a class reunion chat. That's the way Blaise... Or is it... Blaise? I don't know. Blaise? Blaise had worded it made it seem more like a business opportunity. Either way, this sounded like a great idea. The only person I had kept in touch with since leaving school was my best friend Liv. Generally, I did enjoy my time at school and most people in my class were pretty cool. I'd also love to know what they are currently doing. Maybe they could give me some ideas for my future. Alright, it's settled. Time to join the group chat. Not sure anyone would be online at this time of night. Seems like the other people aside from me I have joined this chat so far. There's someone called Gigi and someone called Mac. Oh, Bliss is writing something. How do you know he's writing something? Seems like he's still awake after all. Oh, okay, here we go. Hello Amy, it's nice to see you. You were one of the first to join the group aside from us three who came up with the idea this class reunion project. The purpose of this group chat is to catch up with past classmates and reinforce connections. Let us know if you have any questions or concerns. Oh, I can actually type. Oh god. You're the only one I know who writes such long paragraphs in full chat and it wasn't all that information already in your email. Nice to... I guess? Oh, okay. It never hurts to make sure that everyone is in the same page. Also, I also recommend spelling in emails as it is compound made up for the words electronic and mail. You don't write e-business or e-learning either, do you? Anyways, it's nice to meet you again, Amy. Nice to meet you as well. Oh. Oh, mooncaps. Have to admit that. You're right. This is interesting. Very interesting. I told you using your first name as a chat name, or at least your first name, just like Amy, would make things a lot easier. But Gigi sounds way cuter. Ew, ew. That's how I take it. Anyways, I'm Angie. Hola! We hang out one time, if you still remember. Now that she mentions it, we did hang out once. We weren't practically close though. Angie was someone who got along with everyone in our class and who was always surrounded by a bunch of other girls. It was the same when we went shopping. She invited me directly and I wasn't sure how to decline. I initially assumed we would go with a few people, but we ended up going as a group of 15. Hanging out with so many people at once was a bit too much. I mean, same, I wouldn't want to hang out with a lot of people at that time. That's just like not really my thing. I'd rather just hang out with my best friend and then be like, yep, cool, because at least then we have our same interests unlike other people. So yeah, I didn't dislike Ange though. I think I genuinely enjoyed hanging out with her one-on-one. And you might know Mick as Mike. I guess I'll just call him Mike. Don't mind his frequent geographical errors, you'll get used to them. Hello. Hello, Mac. He's a bit shy, but he'll open up to you in no time. Hi, Mike. Why do I have to type this? This is like so hard because like this is annoying because I've got acrylic nails on and like I'm so used to typing. Okay. Oh, you see I've got oh god. Okay, you're gonna see me mistype a lot of stuff, so just be aware of that. So I mean, don't judge me. It's just these nails are very hard to type with, but like eventually you get used to it. I'm just not that type of girl that has these. Hi Mike, I'm not sure, but I don't think we interacted much during our school time, did we? I don't think so. Mike doesn't have too big of a presence, so I'm not surprised that you don't remember him. Only because he was shy though. He was really good at sport. If he had less timid, he would have likely been very popular. You three seem close. Were you friends back in school? I don't remember seeing them hanging out together. Kind of. It was Angie's fault. Don't make it sound like it was a bad thing. I noticed that Blyce and Mike always hung out alone, so I befriended them. We ended up hanging quite frequently out, and our friendship lasted beyond school. I wasn't good at making friends. I probably would have been fine alone, but it was still nice to have people I could share my thoughts with. Aww. It was, by the way, also Angie's idea to create this group chat. Mike and I ended up being dragged into it. Ange tends to be pretty disorganized, so I figured that we need me to handle this administrative side, and I guess reinforcing contact just in case they came in handy later isn't a bad idea either. I joined because I was hoping that I could get to know my classmates, probably since I missed out on that when I was still in school. Hey, mate, same. I still do a lot of errors in my spelling, so you and me both, mate. I think me and him would get along quite well. I noticed that you became more outgoing recently, Mike. I think that's great. Oh God, so what have you all been up to after leaving school? What did I spell? I always put, yeah, there we go. I'll start. This might come as a bit of a surprise, but I've been working in software development. That was a surprise indeed. Angie was very open about herself to anyone who would listen, but I've never heard of her being in tech. I personally think that there was no reason to keep your love for programming a secret back then, Angie. Yeah, it wasn't anything bad at all. Well, I just thought it might seem weird or anything. Teehee. Well, my past suspicions are sometimes being confirmed, unfortunately. There are some colleagues and clients at my company that make sneaky comments. They're just being poo-poo heads. Don't mind them. Poo-poo heads. Yep, that's the way to go. Yeah, we know how skilled you are at what you do. Thanks, guys. I'm glad I was able to talk about my hobby with you two back then, at least. That was probably the reason why we got so close in the first place. Can you imagine my surprise, Amy, when Bless came up to me out of the blue and told me that he knew that I was into programming? I totally thought he was about to blackmail me. ... Turns out he was just really smart and wanted to confirm his suspicions. It didn't make sense to keep it a secret from Bless and Mike after all. So I poured my heart out and about it all, the nerdy stuff, and I couldn't talk about it with anyone else to them. Bit off topic, but that emoji you use gives me a heart. Oh God, damn. Yes, it looks quite odd. I think it's cute. Anyways, you're next, Mike. You'll be surprised to hear what Mike's has been up to at me. Actually, hey, how about you guess first? I didn't know Mike at all, so I wasn't sure how I was supposed to guess his current job. All I knew about him was that he was into sports back in the school. I think with sports. I knew you'd guess that. It's probably a bit weird. Weird. Same. Oh, you can click. Cool. Okay, I'm just going to use a spacebar though. It's probably a weird jump from sports, but I work with animals. I enjoy sports in schools, but I also really liked biology. So I ended up studying zoology and became a keeper. That's really cool. Oh my God. So you work at Zoo. Yeah, it's really fun. I actually forgot to account for that I'd have to work with other people even when working at the zoo, but my co-workers are really cool, and thanks to them I became a bit more sociable, which is why I hope I can get to know my classmates probably now. Anyways, I probably wrote too much. Your turn, Blaze. But story is probably more interesting. I see, my term has come then. I knew early on that I wanted to study and practice law. I figured it would be an acquired challenge and proved to be a fulfilling career path. After some research, I concluded that one of the best options for me was Yale University in the United States of America. It has a fairly low acceptance rate, but I wasn't too worried. Currently, I am in my last semester. Do you have any further questions? No. That sounds great. What? Oh god. America like. Oh my god, this type error. That sounds great. What is America like? Well, it's hard to generalize as this is a very big country, but what impressed me was the contrast between the big cities and more rural areas of America. I also really liked spending time at the parks. They were very pleasant. Forgot to ask earlier, but have you made friends there? I'd like to get to know them. Hello? He's not replying. Oh, okay. I was just like, for a second, I was like, so this game crashed. That's probably a reply in and itself. Blaze didn't always have trouble making friends because of how unapproachable he made himself. I don't need any friends in America. I just hang out online with you guys. Oh, that's sweet. You know, Amy Blaze may seem very unfriendly and panoramic. I don't know. He was actually very nice. He always helped me with anything if I needed any help, and not just anything with my studies. I'm just going to turn that down a bit because that's just... Yeah, he was a bit of a tushter. What is up? I can't even pronounce that. You know, someone who seems cold and harsh but gets warmed and kind as you get to know them, right? The one who says it's not like I like you or anything, baka. Oh my god, I would never say that. Sure. I wasn't following this conversation at all. The replies just made me more confused. I mean, yeah. Anyways, what about you, Amy? What have you been doing? Nothing as interesting as you three. Trying to find my way in life. Oh, okay. Working at a bean and store to bridge time until oh god, I'm just gonna type and I'll just read. Oh my god, you've got to add the goddamn... Oh my god. I'm working at a convenience store to bridge time until I'm sure what I want to do long term. No worries. I'm sure you'll figure it out soon enough. Yeah, it took me some time thinking to find out that I want to be a keeper. There's no rush. I wouldn't recommend wasting too much time either though. GG, really? Really? But I guess there's nothing wrong with taking some time to make sure that you choose the right career path for you. They're a bit of an odd bunch, but they all seem like very nice people overall. Well, Blaze still seemed a bit stuck up, but I trust Angie's and Mike's assignments of him. Assumptions? Assignments? They knew him way longer than I did. My stomach is rumbling. Right, I still haven't eaten anything since coming home. Will be a or a bit. my god. I'll be AFK for a bit. I'll make myself something to eat. See you in a bit. Bye. I should get something to be right back in a bit. Interesting. So I wonder what's going to happen next in the story. Oh, I was meant to press. Anyways, a software developer, a zookeeper, and a lawyer. They've all chosen really interesting career paths. I can't help but feel about my lack of thought, though. Therefore, I have no idea about programming, and it seems too tough for me anyway, so I guess that wouldn't be work for me. I'm allergic to animal hair, so zookeeper would likely be out of the question. I'm also not smart enough to become a lawyer. What am I good at? Stocking shelves? Oh well, I'll figure it out eventually. Maybe they can give me some tips later. For now, I'll warm up some leftover risotto. That should improve my mood. How late is it now? 3 a.m. There's still some time left until Liv wakes up. I wonder how well she remembers Angie, Blaze, and Mike. Now that I think about it, how come the three of them are still awake? Maybe I should ask them when I'm back on the laptop. Oh, I've unlocked an achievement. Hello. Here we go. I'm back with food and renowned motivation. Are my headphones broken? The music sounds weird. Oh well, I was planning on buying new ones soon anyways. Let's turn it up now. The music is still listenable, it just sounds a bit distorted, I manage. I can't tell. Let's see what they've been chatting about whilst I was gone. Apparently nothing. They probably have their own group chat. Right, I wanted to ask them how they came. I'm back. Welcome back. WB. Hello again. I have been wondering. Oh god. I'm still wondering how can we use it. It's still early evening here in America, so it's a time zone difference in that case. I have tomorrow off and I usually staying up late when I don't. Can I move? There we go. I'm just gonna turn that down a bit because that's a bit, yeah, loud. Cool. I have tomorrow off. I usually like staying up late, but I don't have to wake up early like this the next day. I also might have too much coffee and can't sleep. I had a late shift at school currently, transitioning to become a night keeper. Shift. It's okay. I got what you're saying. That's an embarrassing typo. This is why I told you to double check your messages before sending them. Hung out with some owls. They're chill. Not a fan of scorpions though. They're active at night and scurry around. Scorpions! Oh, it's the same for me. I also work the late shift and stay up for a few hours after getting home. The main reason why I stay up after my night shift is so that I can chat with Liv before going to sleep. Liv gets up very early, so that is usually the best time to catch up with her online. She probably gets Blaze's invitation as well. I assume she'll join as well once she's awake. Hey, I have an idea. How about we all tell an embarrassing secret? That way we can get to know each other better. That sounds like a dumb idea. I'm not sure about this. don't think I'll be able to come up with anything interesting. I don't think I'll be able to come up with anything interesting. Also, I don't feel like sharing secrets with half strangers, even if they are past classmates. Oh, she's crying. I guess it's fine. Please don't cry. Alright, if Mark thinks it's okay, then I guess we'll play along. No worries, Amy, you can just pass or I'll tell us something general about yourself. We don't know you that well, so totally fine. And she's responding how I usually respond. Alright then. Alright then. I guess I'll just tell them something random about myself rather than telling an actual secret. Alright, I'll go first since I proposed. You already know about my love for programming when I was at school, so there's not much for a secret anymore. Instead, I'll tell you something about something else. This is probably not something unnormal, but I sometimes feel jealous of other people. I guess I don't like this about myself because I don't want to have a negative thoughts about others. This is especially happens when people openly share things they're passionate about, probably because I never got to talk about my hobby openly. Thank you for sharing. Don't worry, feeling jealous sometimes is normal. I agree. How did you deal with these feelings? Was important. You next, please. I'm still thinking. All right, then I'll share with you the worst day of my life. Dramatic pause. I got a C once in grade school. I guess coming from Blaze, this is a big confession. You'll never understand my pain. Whatevs. I'm next. Blaze and Ange already know, but it might be a surprise to you, Amy. When I was at school, I did sports and took care of what I ate. But since finishing school, I kind of abandoned sports and not careful about eating healthy. So I've gained some weight, meaning I don't look how I used to. The keeper job is physically demanding, but not enough to level out my love for food. I don't think it's really a problem as long as it doesn't affect your health in a major way. Yeah, and there are definitely women out there who are into chubby but underneath muscular guys. Anyways, your turn, Amy. My working at a school reminded me of something. It's not much of a secret though. Oh my god. Bless you. I've never been able to work at the zoo because of my animal hair energy. Oh god. But on top of that, I'm allergic to goannas? Goannas. How did you even find out something like that? You didn't have to capitalize and everything. It's a long story. I'd love to hear about it when we meet up in person for the reunion. Anyways, my turn. I guess I can tell you somewhat of a follow-up in my last admission. There was there was one time when I felt extremely jealous. It was someone I knew who was sprinting. She was really passionate about it and was on the topic of the conversation. My attempts at changing the topic was very unsuccessful. She was really good at running and definitely would have been an success athlete. It was a bit of a painful to listen to her speak about her hobbies openly when being reminded that I couldn't talk about my own. But I finned and smiled every time we talked and tried to not let it faze me. Seriously, I had to find out a way to vent so I wouldn't explode though. Well, I did something that I'm definitely not proud of. I ended up putting tacks into her running shoes. Oh, that was unexpected. I always saw Angie as a really nice, kind person and expected her to resort to that. But I guess everyone has their dark days, and it seems like Angie was regretting it. I guess you do stupid stuff when you're younger. I assume it's my turn then. This time I'll recount something that might be more interesting to you. Don't forget to split up your messages so it's easy to read. Alright, I'll try. When I was younger, I knew someone who went on my nerves more than anyone. He was lazy, got bad grades, was vulgar, and overall an unpleasant person. And he was always followed me around, trying to befriend me, no matter how much I declined. Until something happened on a school trip. We had to go hiking on a mountain, and I, being not very fit, hung back. And since the boy, to my determinant, wanted to hang out with me, he hung back as well. He kept passionately talking about my ear off about something irrelevant. I don't remember what exactly. Well, he was distracted himself so much that he slipped and tumbled over the edge. He managed to grab a root that was protruding off a cliff side. Apparently, due to shock, he wasn't able to cry out for help. All he could do was gasp in desperation. The teacher and the other kids ahead of us haven't heard what have happened and kept walking on. There are several things I could have done at that moment. I could have grabbed his hand or could have cried out for the teacher. But I didn't do anything. All I could think of that moment was how little would be lost if the boy was to disappear. And so I continued walking, pretending like I didn't notice. The boy was found dead at the foot of the mouth not long after that. The teacher shouldered the responsibility as she was supposed to watch us, but I knew I was at fault. I still remember his face when he mouthed for help without getting a single sound out. Tears in his eyes. Holy dooly, dude. How could you not help? You just stare and then just walk off. Oh my god. That's heavy. Death stood out from the story about you getting a C. Is this really something he should be openly sharing with me? This is very serious. I guess it wasn't like Bless actually killed him. And Bless was still young, but there's still very extreme, but that is still a very extreme story. Alright then, my turn again. My secret is work related, so please don't tell anyone. Don't want to get fired. Oh god, here we go. It wasn't like I knew where he worked anyways, though I wonder if he should be telling me secrets that could cost him his job. I oftentimes stay late at the zoo after most of the others have left. The ones working on the night shift usually don't notice. That sounds relatively harmless so far. I would often skip dinner when staying at schools, so I would get hungry at night. So eventually the intrusive thoughts started. I started wondering what the animals at school would taste like, at the zoo would taste like. Okay. Did you know that seals look chunky, but their meat has less than 2% of fat? Also lots of protein. There are also Indonesian people who eat parrots. Also heard of people eating tigers somewhere. Anyhow, these thoughts are troubling. I see the animals at the zoo as friends and family, and thinking about eating friends and family is troubling. That kind of weirded me out. Me too, Amy, me too. The longer that the secret sharing is going on, the more unsympathetic everyone seems. And the more uncomfortable I'm becoming. But I guess that's what happens when people start sharing their darkest secrets. It's 4 AM already. I should go and take a shower. I'll be gone for a bit. Alright, see you later. Please don't tell me he killed an animal and then, like, ate it. Because, bruh, that's just... Oh, no. No. The more I think about it, the more I wonder if what they wrote is true. Ange bullied and physically hurt someone. Blaze let someone die, and Mike is thinking about eating the animals he works with. Those are pretty shocking stories. But would they be sharing them with an almost stranger like me? Were they playing a prank on me? I don't know if they were. Phew, that was nice. So, do I dare open the chat again? I suspect things have become pretty awkward after those confessions. Seems like no one had written any new messages since I left. Hey, Amy. Hey, Amy's back. WB. Hello again. Huh? How could they tell that I was back? Full chat doesn't have an online, away or offline indications. Alright, with Amy being back, how about we continue? I'm volunteering to go next. I'd like to share the aftermath of what I experienced on my trip. I trust you're familiar with the concept of natural selection. It's term popularized by Charles Darwin. The term... Do you mean by photosynthesis? Okay. The term natural selection is also often used mockingly whenever someone hurts themselves while doing something unintelligent. Sometimes said unintelligent actions even result in death. The boy's death I talk about might fit that category. That got me thinking, what if instead of leaving it up to chance, you were to force said natural selection, which would make it less natural, of course, but what if I were to do that? I wouldn't choose the affected randomly. I would use myself as a standard measure and filter out the ones who were being a margin inferior to me. I'll very likely be a good judge of a person's capabilities and whether they are justified in living. So I gave it to a go and it was pretty successful. I would research them, come up with a challenge, and warn them of the consequences that await them if they were to fail. And I thought up pretty clever consequences, if I might add. Swimmers who didn't succeed drowned with their arms and feet tied. Singers got their vocal cords ripped out. Cooks were cooked alive, despite the challenges being rather easy, in my opinion. At least fewer survived. The ones who did survive rode to the new heights. Do you know Burnji, the baller who became famous for never missing a strike this year? There was also some commotion around him missing 2 fingers out of nowhere. You have me to thank for that. He was to have one of his fingers smashed into a pulp with a bowling ball for every strike he missed. He did unfortunately miss 2. The first because he didn't believe my threat. The second because he was too afraid of what happened the next time he would meet. Quitting bowling wasn't an option, of course. He would lose more than his fingers if he did that. Smash. Oh god! Using a bowling ball was a bit infected, but it did get to the point across. Nice, a bit brutal, but if it works, it works. What? Yeah, what kind of twisted prank is this? I'll go next. This has something to do with the girl who loved running I told you about. Well, putting the tracks into her shoes wasn't the only thing I did. No matter what I did, she wouldn't give up running, and I tried everything. I put laxatives in her food before an important race. I spread nasty rumors about her, like how weird she smelled when she trained because she was sweating so much. Eventually, I found one permanent solution to this problem. I invited her to a scheduled part of the school building where no one would bother us, and pushed her down the stairs. She wasn't too badly hurt. She only twisted her ankle. Fortunately, I prepared a sledgehammer in advance. It was pretty heavy, but I managed to lift it and shut it. And showed her legs. I brought the hammer down over and over again. I can still hear the crunching mixed with her screams. I love the look on her face when she realized that I'll never be able to run again. She, of course, tried to excuse me, but no one would believe her. There was no evidence, and I was well liked by teachers and students. So she was caught a lie who was jealous of me and probably just got into an accident and tried to frame me. That was when I got a taste of destroying other people's dreams. I felt slightly ecstatic when I stabbed the eardrums of a composer and peeled off the skin of a model. Haha, I'm getting nostalgic. I can relate. Oh no. True, very relatable. This was beyond being a bad prank. This was sick. Yeah. Alright, let me tell you a story as well. At this school, there was a penguin that I was really close to. Hung out with him regularly, played a lot with him, was really cute, was probably the closest friend aside from Angie and Blaise. He also really seemed to like me back. None of the keepers were close to him as me. Oh, I don't like this. Where is this going? Whenever I entered his pen, he ran up to me right away. He was also always sad when I had to leave. I've never been very sad if anything were to happen to that penguin. One night I stayed in the penguin's pen. He had convinced me to sleep over. I was watching him sleep peacefully when the hunger came. I did it. I ate him right then and there, raw. I was crying, but he tasted so good. Then I moved on to a Tepra, also one of my best friends. Then a tiger baby I myself had helped delivered. I ate them all while crying. But the sadder their deaths was, the better they tasted. Eventually, my curiosity transitioned from the animals to my co-workers. How sad would I be if I ate them? How tasty would they be? Alright, this is screwed up. Very screwed up. I'm like traumatized. They are all having disturbing imaginations and I want no part of them. Also, what is up with my headphones? I keep hearing these weird sounds. Oh right, I just remembered, Amy. What was this your address? What the? Why do you have this? I made sure to research everyone's address to be able to find a good mini spot for the in-person event that most people would not object to. How about we visit Amy now that we're friends? That sounds like a great idea. I'm a bit far away as I'm in America. It might take me a few minutes. Alright, I've had enough. They're seriously creeping me out. There is no reason to keep talking to them while no other classmates have joined. Maybe we can make a new group chat without these three. Oh, I don't know about that. A message from Liv. I guess she's awake already. Hey Liv, have you also received the group chat invite from Liz? They're planning a class reunion. But they're being very weird. An invite can't say that I got one. Didn't Blaise say that he sent out an invitation to all our past classmates? That's odd. But hey, this reminds me of an urban legend I read recently. It's about some creepy group chat message stuff. Let me send you a link. There she goes again with those urban legends and occult stories. She really can't get enough of them. Not exactly in the mood for scary stories, but I'll human live. Someone sent me a message in the group chat. We're here. Holy dooly. Yeah, right. So you're probably wondering why I'm in clothes. It's dark out. Don't have headset on, glasses. I'm in the second phase of editing. So, oh god. I'm in the second phase of editing, and silly old me deleted one of the footages that I was using for the video, which was going to be in this section here that you're watching right now, the ending. So I just thought like I'd give a quick thought about it and replace it with this video. Anyways, so the game was very interesting, got me hooked. The only thing that kind of got me, like, and it was an ick, an annoyance, was just like the typing mechanism. It did play with my dyslexia a bit because like I had to type a certain way, and also the fact that having these nails is not a good combination with this keyboard at all. So that's that. But overall, it was a very good game that I've never played before, which was very interesting, and I very enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good. So I'm gonna end this video here. Sorry for the misleadings, my kind of stuff up. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please like and subscribe. Other than that, I will see you in the video. Hopefully I won't delete the clips next time. Silly of me. Anyways, bye.